That's the Best Buy over there. And I got my ticket right here. Switch to Mario Kart. So I got it. The Switch 2 in there at Best Buy. I waited in line for like 2 hours. It's like 1:30 now. It's like 1:30. Came out here at like 11:30. So I waited in line 2 hours to get the Switch 2. I'm about to take it home. Probably not gonna unbox it tonight. Or I might, but I'm probably not. I'm probably gonna unbox it tomorrow and do some streaming. So yeah, I just got back from the gym looking rough, but I had to go out there and get it, man. We back. What's going on, YouTube? Slimmer6 back with another video. And today's the day. The Nintendo Switch 2 is finally here, and I got my hands on one. That's right. Yesterday, I went to the midnight event, the midnight release event at Best Buy, and I was able to secure the Nintendo Switch 2 with Mario Kart World Bundle. We're going to be doing the unboxing right here on the channel on this video. Now, yesterday, I went to the GameStop event at 3 p.m. to pay for a Switch 2 to pick it up at midnight, but there weren't enough units. Everyone ahead of me in line had their white piece of paper. Dude came around. He said, "Hey, we don't have any more. You feel me? Come back, check at a later time." I said, "Cool," but I understood because a lot of GameStop stores in my local area, it seems like they're just closing the stores and shutting down. So I understand a high density volume of people have to go to maybe one GameStop because their GameStop closed. So GameStop didn't have enough for everyone to get a Nintendo Switch 2. And I get it. No hate against GameStop. But when I stand in line for y'all, I usually don't get nothing, Pokemon cards included. But decided to check out the Best Buy midnight release for the Switch 2 after the gym and pulled up at 11:30. When I pulled up at 11:30, the line had to be at least a football field down from the entrance of the Best Buy. I said, I'm gonna risk it. When I got close to the line though, I noticed that everyone in line had this white piece of paper. I said, this looks hopeful. Let me just stand behind these people that got their paper and let's just see what happened. Maybe they passed them all out. Maybe they didn't. Within like 10, 15 minutes, a Best Buy employee walks down, very nice person, and he says, bundle or just the Switch? And I was like, let me get the bundle. Gave me the slip for the bundle. I was like, I looked at the slip, it was number 86. I said, this okay, I got mine. The person behind me said, let me get a bundle. He said, we only got the regular ones. You feel me? And they took their regular Switches. There was like 5 people behind me. You feel me? And then dude didn't come back out for like another hour type shit. Until he didn't come back out till like 1 a.m. So people pulled up, but dude didn't come back down the line. So I'm lucky that I pulled up when I did. I think if you pulled up after 12, dude wasn't coming back. But there were some people who hung around anyway. So there was a total of like maybe 5 or 6 people behind me. No, like probably like 5 to 10 to 12 people behind me. And I think like half of them people weren't too sure of their situation. Like right before I got inside, dude came back out and he gave everyone else a slip. So what I believe is, even though some people left because of the intervals of times of dude coming out to hand out the flyers, it looked like it wasn't no more. But the people who hung out and like stood around until 2 a.m., I believe they were able to get a Switch 2. But I know I got the last bundle, but I know it was more Switch 2s, but I feel lucky because I got my bundle. I paid retail. I didn't pay no scalpers. Nintendo did a great job keeping this product out of the hand of the scalpers, keeping this away from the scalpers. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to pay $750 for this. I paid what it was, $450, and I got the Mario for free. And then I also picked up one game, Bravely Default. This game used to be on the Nintendo 3DS, and I'm a huge Nintendo 3DS guy. I'm a huge Nintendo guy in general. But yeah, so that's it. I didn't get too many accessories. I didn't get the camera or nothing because the Xbox One came with the Kinect. It was a good camera, but it's like, for what? Y'all couldn't pull it off then. I got PS5 that also has a camera that was $50, and that camera is not great neither. So if I ever need a camera, I just stream using my MacBook camera. So I left the camera alone, and I didn't grab the Pro controller because I don't see myself using game chat inside of Nintendo games specifically. That's more like a PS5, like Call of Duty, Madden type of situation. I'm not too pressed about the game chat, and so I didn't really on the Pro controller type shit. So I got I got my original Switch Pro controller. You know what I'm saying? But that's enough of me yapping. Let's get into the unboxing. Let's go. So here we have it, the Nintendo Switch 2. Now I wanted to open this last night, but I was a little bit exhausted from standing in line and all that. I know some people got right to it, but it's like I'd rather just wait till the next day and get like a good 3-4 hours with this rather than playing it for an hour and going to sleep at 3 or 4 a.m. But yeah, we got it right here. Let's take a look at the box. Nintendo Switch 2. Got the Mario Kart, includes Mario Kart. Switch 2. Joy-Cons on the side. Nintendo logo up top. Switch 2. Here's the back of the box. Beautiful box. I'm going to have this on display on my Pokemon tower. Pull the tab right here. So let's pop the tab. I don't do the cleanest cuts, but there we go. Break the seal. Bam, open it. Let's get into that. So boom, you plug it in, set it up. We're going to be doing that in a little minute. But right now, let's just unbox. I'm going to turn this sideways because I got some Pokemon cards up here. Some stuff I just want to have in the background of my video. But here we go, Switch 2. Finally, I've never even like tried a demo unit or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I watched a few of the videos. Here's one of the Joy-Cons. This is the right one. Really premium feel. This is different. Wow. It looks like they put a lot of time. Look at that. It's just different compared to the original. We'll put that right there. Let me get out the blue one. Now this reminds me a lot of the Steam Deck, special edition Steam Deck. The special edition Steam Deck has like some colors underneath the Joy-Cons, the same way. So that's what that's the type of vibe that gives me. So I'm gonna put these down right here. And this is what I mean on the Steam Deck, you see? We'll take another look at that later. So here's the actual console itself, the tablet. Switch 2. Pull this up. There's some paperwork in here. Some paperwork. HDMI cable. Very generous of Nintendo to include that. Some stuff for the Joy-Cons for the people that like to play in Joy-Con mode. Here's my download for Mario Kart. I would have preferred a physical game, but I'll probably only do downloads from now on, even though I bought that other game physical. Now we got an accessory, Switch 2, to hold your Joy-Cons to play in controller mode. But I also have the Nintendo Switch original Pro controller. Here's your USB-C cable and the dock. So USB-C to USB-C. I'm gonna just go ahead and open this. Then you got a huge power brick for a Nintendo console. Nice. And then you got finally just the dock. Let's move this box. So everything out of the unboxing now. got your download right here. Your HDMI right here. Right here. Let's take this out the plastic though. I noticed my hand's injured type shit. Let's take this out the plastic though. Let's take this out the plastic. And we got us a beautiful LCD or some type of screen. Very high quality screen. Wow. And that doesn't wobble at all, y'all. Wow. That's clean. Look how clean I look in there. Look at that. That's mad clean, bro. That screen is beautiful. Now, quick side by side. The original Switch is my Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Special Edition. Compared to this, I'm gonna do a first boot. Let's get a first boot going. So this is the unit, a USB port on top. I thought it was supposed to be on the bottom. Is this upside down? I'm confused. Is this the bottom? So the USB, so I have this upside down. So you could put this upside down actually. So where's that trigger? Okay. And then, okay. And then, now, oh no, I had it the right way. I just don't understand. I'm so confused. Where's the top of the Switch? Let me boot it on first. All right, that's the top of the Switch. Red to red. Red to red like this. And then blue to blue like this. Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm going to go with the English language. I'm going to go with America. Accept any agreements. Let's connect to the internet. Yeah, so this thing feels really nice in the hands. I'm just entering my internet password right now. And so far I'm very impressed the way it feels. I've had a lot of gaming devices. I have ROG Ally, Nintendo Switch, Nintendo 3DSs, a lot of handhelds. So this being the latest handheld that we got right now, I'm sorry about all the glares on the screen, but maybe if I just put this down flat, the connection has been successful. And that orange shirt. So I'm gonna just move to the side so I'm not. Connection successful. Let's zoom in on that Switch 2. About to download update data. Choose my time zone. I'm in like New York type of time. With Switch 2, you can play games wherever you want, however you want. Stuff you kind of already know. Or they want me to detach it. Okay, like that. Okay. Next, select next to controller you remove. You want to connect later. You can use the accessories, blah, blah, blah. All right. Yeah, so we're just updating it. This is how the system looks. Pretty smooth. In a little bit, I'm going to do some of the updates and then I'm going to go on the computer and we're just going to see like what everything is like. But so far, very nice unit. Very clean. Very impressive looking system that we got here with the Switch 2. That screen is almost too reflective. Crazy. So I'm gonna have to replace this with the other one. So after some troubleshooting, I got the Nintendo Switch 2 on, and in my setup, here we go. They want me to bring the systems close. I'm doing this now. And then I gotta tell them I'm done. Okay, so let me set up all this. Let's see. Oh, I gotta. So this right here is my regular Nintendo Switch OLED that I normally use. And today, Switch 2 release day, we've retired it. So it's going in the box and it's going on the Pokemon Tower. And it's just gonna be there like special edition Pokemon Nintendo Switch OG. And we on the Switch 2. We done did the system transfer and we're just waiting for everything to carry over. But we're on Nintendo Switch now. Switch 2. I ain't gonna lie. The Switch 2 is smooth. Handheld mode, docked mode, it doesn't matter. It does it all. Pokemon Violet running smoothly. You can't beat it. And it does look better. Even in handheld mode, it does look better. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not hyping it up over. Like, I'm not overly hyping it. It do look a little bit better on the Switch 2. I'm not gonna lie. The unit feels great in the hands. Looks great. The screen is large. It's vibrant. What more can you ask for? What more can you ask for? All right, you guys, not too much to show you guys with like the menus and stuff, but I did complete the system transfer and I do have Mario Kart downloading and Bravely Default as well as some of the other Nintendo Switch games that I had. One thing that really caused me to purchase the Switch 2, because I was really going to wait for the Legends ZA Pokemon game, but when they released that news that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet were going to be running better on the Switch, that kind of got me involved and that kind of got me interested. So here we go, Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon Violet, and we're just going to check it out and just see if it's really as smooth as they say it is. I watched the side-by-side comparisons. Everything looks amazing. It looks like Pokemon running on an actual PC. And to me, that's crazy. Yeah, that's a big deal if you ask me. So here we go. This is the first game I'm playing on the Nintendo Switch 2, and it does look a little bit more clean, I'm not gonna lie. It do look a little bit more cleaner, I ain't gonna lie. It do. It do look clean, I ain't gonna lie. They say it's like more Pokemon that spawn. Let's just see. Quick little Thunderbolt real quick. All my team level 100. But look at that. Look at all these Pokemon that just spawn. You know? I think it's a higher spawn rate for the Pokemon now. I'm gonna just run. That's my Alolan Raichu right there. He's vibing. He's a cool guy. So yeah, we're just playing that Pokemon right now. Look at all those goats. You feel me? And then I'm guessing just Koraidon and Miraidon just traveling around the Pokemon world now is just way more smoother now. What I'm looking for is for like mountains popping up in the background, stuff just coming into frame at the last minute. That's what I'm looking for. So far, so good. You know, it's not an actual Switch 2 game. This is just a Switch 1 game that's running improved graphics. But Hey, this could be my little new Pokemon machine, man. Let's fly into the city and just see. I'm seeing a little bit of pop-in, but I guess it's better. I'm still seeing the pop-in. But I never really been like a graphic freak or nothing. Like, some graphics aren't gonna make or break my day. I can enjoy my time on a Nintendo 3DS just as much as I'll enjoy my time on a Nintendo Switch 2, PS5, whatever. I'm not really a graphic freak. I think it's running the same, I ain't gonna lie. It's a little bit better. I want to say it's 20% better. I'm just keep it real. I'm not like an overhype it. Like, oh, you have to get this just to play Scarlet and Violet. No, they patched the game to run a little bit more smoother on a more powerful system. That's all it was. That's all it was. But it's smooth. I like it. I like it. So that's how the game is running on the Switch 2. I seen the side by sides. Obviously, like, things look a lot smoother on screen than before, so I'm hyped about that. That's pretty cool. Let's just check the team real quick. Might gotta get that Pro Controller, you know. But yeah, nothing to see here. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna piece together this video and post it. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. Slimmer6, like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.
What? But you can't do this to me.
I started this company. You know how much I sacrificed?
Hey, what's up, man? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.